another L this week, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Canes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Looking to pass. It's Russell. Just missed his man. Gave him just a little too much.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game, and so far they've taken him away.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Pulls it in. It's Bond. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
Every offensive coordinator in the country, they come in the game, they have a script. They have a couple plays they want to go through to get their team settled in, get down and get in good third down situations, execute on third down. Nice start on this opening drive by the offense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play. The linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Now adjusting. Trying to make magic with his feet. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that just does that, man. Just effortlessly picks up chunks of yards and then smartly gets out of bounds. But this whole offense, man, everybody's a threat. Anybody can take the football and make big plays. And when you got a quarterback with that much athletic ability, it's an absolute nightmare for defenses.
To the air. It's Russell. Complete. There he goes. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Wants to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Berry. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Back to pass. Rushes on him. Finds his man. It's Edwards. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Looking for a gap. It's Berry. They'll give him one to the 28-yard line.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Scanning the field, it's Russell. Snagged out of the air. And he won't quite get there. But boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. They're setting the tone on this opening drive. 10th play coming here on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Bond. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Alabama!
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting the drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Looking downfield on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Jacobs. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job recognizing the route defensively there. As soon as that ball was thrown, that defender knew exactly who it was going to, and he was able to make the tackle at the perfect time. No gain on that one.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. Anderson wants to throw. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. And that 3rd down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get him the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come back to him and find a way to throw him the football some more.
He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Going to try to get it himself. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
A lot of times we call these quarterbacks ballers and game changers, but you don't call them smart enough. Like knowing the situation, knowing I can scramble around, buy some time, and then knowing exactly what I need to do to get that first down, you can call him whatever.
Breaks into the open. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and They're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Back to throw, it's Russell. Safe completion on the screen. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown Tide! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Lyle. Oh, he's got some space. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They go to the draw. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Tight end now in motion. Trying to get the edge on the right. They run him out of bounds. He gets it to the 47.
At the 47-yard line. Offense facing 4th down.
And the Canes will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Looking deep. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31.
Really good-looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide box.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Looking for a man. It's Russell. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Oh, and he missed it. No good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead of 14.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Out of the gun, the inside give.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. And the Hurricanes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll run for it on 3rd and short.
I think to be a good 3rd down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these 3rd and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Anderson will throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment, and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for...
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got some room to run. 10. Touchdown, Bama! How about this defense taking one back to the house? They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. On the run, it's Lyle. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Anderson wants to throw. He's going for the big play. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
And the returner will be brought down. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Looking to scramble. He'll pull it down. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up.
All right, let's get it. Right.
Sends it back in motion. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes...
Looking for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Wanting to move the chains. Here comes Alabama on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Edwards. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Anderson will throw. That's caught. It's Lyle. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage. Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Throwing right. And the defense getting a hand in there on 3rd down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Punt is in the air. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. To throw, it's Russell. Flushed out of the pocket. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Just enough time for one final play of the half. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And he makes the catch inside the 15. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. We're just about ready to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Carr. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive. One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Anderson wants to throw. Grabbed on the outside. It's Lyle. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
That's why as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on 3rd down because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job tackling in the open field.
Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Here comes that Alabama offense. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the 1st down.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. That's caught. It's gone. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line. And he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are
touchdown, Crimson Tide. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So they only had to move the ball 30 yards on the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the late in the third quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Anderson will throw. Quickly out to the tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too?
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
Makes the grab. It's Lyon. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to be there in this game. That time, though, the defense did a better job making a play.
Turning it on! That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly.
Touchdown, Alabama! And they take it in for 6 more points. They have not been able to cover this guy all day.
No, I tell you what, this offense is featuring him. They're doing a really good job. This guy is explosive. He's dynamic. He's making big plays. And, heck, yeah, I'm going to get him the football as many ways as I can. Kudos to the offense for finding the guy.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. drive will open from the 15. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Grabbed behind the line. It's Lyle. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
The Hurricanes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Anderson wants to throw. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
The give to the tailback. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
153. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Great job by pass defense down here with their backs against the wall. They're doing a good job really constricting these windows for their quarterback to throw into and getting pressure on the QB, making them pay every time they drop the quarterback back to throw.
We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. Alabama comes out. 4th down play to start the 4th.
Get ready.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown time! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Handoff to the fullback. Tough slanting in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on 4th down.
Offense facing 4th down.
And the Canes will send out the punt unit. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing an intended receiver or target. So good job that time by the quarterback knowing I've got man coverage. If it's not open, I can take off and go make something positive happen.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving.
Man, I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Finds a crease at the 20. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
To the air, it's Russell. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Looking downfield on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And the incomplete pass was just too hot to handle.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe in their ability to get to him, and they've been able to do that in this game. There's another sack here late.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the scoreboard.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy.